I am so excited. Had a great weekend with family, a great week with family and the holidays, and just came home to an empty fridge. So we had to go grocery shopping, and I'm so thankful when I went grocery shopping, nearly everything was on sale or a good deal. Everything was on sale, and our half and half is a good deal because where we get it from. And it was just something that I'm so grateful for, and it was just a pleasant surprise going into grocery shopping. But anyway, we are going to cook up some food today. I'm going to show you exactly what I eat. As a carnivore, I'm going to start out my day with probably some egg scramble or some hash, some ground beef hash is probably what I'm going to do. What I'm going to do. I have some ground beef, some eggs, and then I'll cook up some sausage for my lovely husband. And then I will also be doing a dinner tonight. I eat 2 times a day, and I'll be either doing a chuck roast, and I cook chuck roast my favorite way ever. So we'll see if I do that, or if I'm going to do the steak and egg combo, the classic carnivore combo. So stay tuned to see what we do. Let's get this cooking. And I forgot, in the fridge we have a little bit of bacon left over from our weekend. That's all that was left. We ate all the eggs and all the other steaks and whatever else we brought. So now we're just going to get some bacon in the oven. And I tried to do this a little bit ahead of time, just so it's cooked like perfectly when I'm done with cooking the ground beef and the eggs and whatnot. 2 more pieces. We'll do 7 total today. And I'll split that with my husband. Let's pop this in the oven. All right, we have the ground beef cooking, we have the bacon in the oven, and then I'm gonna go ahead and toss these on the sausages once the ground beef is a little bit more cooked. And then I'm waiting for my stainless steel pan to heat up so I can put the eggs on, and hopefully it'll be non-stick like they usually are. But yeah, anyway, today is a Sunday, so it's kind of a different day for like how my meals are structured. Usually we'll go to church and then we won't eat until after church. And so it just gives us a little bit of a longer fast, and usually like we'll eat anywhere after like 11 a.m. Depends when we come home, if we go grocery shopping right after, things like that. And so it kind of gives us a little bit of a longer fast, a little bit of a slower paced morning, which is, it's really nice. And so yeah, that's kind of the whole goal with our Sundays. Nice slow paced morning. I'm gonna get these eggs started. I'm gonna use this guy here, and then I'll use my little butter stick to kind of get the butter everywhere. That way it doesn't stick, because if the stainless steel pan has any dry bits at all, it will stick. You need to create that whole like layer. I turned the bacon up. We need to create that layer in between the egg and in the pan, so that way it does not stick. Let's turn that up. That should be good. Give it one last mix. Doesn't quite seem hot enough, but we're gonna do it anyway. Let's put it on. And I will let this set. I will not touch it until it's mostly released from the pan. And then I will finish cooking. And just like that, breakfast is served. I love how fast this meal is. It's literally just cook everything up on a pan pretty much, and then throw the bacon in the oven. It's super quick. Love it. But now we are going to dig in, enjoy this breakfast, and if you've been enjoying this content, go ahead and smash the like button. I would appreciate it. And stay tuned for what we have for dinner. Okay, we decided on the steak and egg combo today. That's what I'm going to be cooking. We're going to be salt brining it just a few hours before we go ahead and cook it, just to help like get all the flavor going into the actual steak. And so I choose to use a flaky sea salt, one that's just the salts that I have on hand and the ones I like. This one happens to be a little more fine, so it works out perfectly. And so then I'll just kind of put a decent amount, I was gonna say generous, a generous, decent amount, whatever you want to say. And then you just kind of pat it in there and then flip it. I'll honestly probably put more on it once I flip it back over, and then see how much I've put. I just don't want too much to fall off. And then, yeah, if you've never salt brined it, even a couple hours is great. 8 hours is great. 24 hours is great. All of it's great because I like salt, so it helps the flavor to really penetrate. So we are going to let this rest in the fridge until we're ready to cook. It's dinner time. I'm so excited because look how this steak looks. It looks so tasty, so red, and the marbling looks perfect, and it's nice and thick. We've been playing with a little bit more of like thicker steaks because I've been loving that, like you can get more, it's easier to get like medium rare. Well, it's easier to overcook like thinner steaks, so thicker steaks are a little more generous in that way. And so I love them, and I'm so excited to cook them. Hopefully we get a nice medium rare today. That's the goal. You can just tell the salt just all got soaked into the meat, and so it's going to have so much flavor. So excited. Dinner got pushed back a little bit, which is okay because we ate a little bit later, and so it's okay. It's a pleasant thing about our nice Sundays. So we're going to cook this up on the pan, hopefully get a good little crust. More so worried about the medium rare part. If I don't get a good crust, I want the medium rare part. So we'll see. And then I'll do some fried eggs on the side. And then, yeah, let's get cooking. That looks so beautiful. I'm so excited because I'm not cooking this meal. Well, I'll cook the eggs, but it's always the best when I get to have my husband just cook away, cook the steak, because he cooks steak better than me usually, and so, well, he does. And so that steak looks beautiful. Got it on the lovely cast iron. And we have some tallow on there, some leftover flavor from breakfast, which is delicious. Don't mind that. And then I tried to really season or really clean my stainless steel pan, so hopefully it'll be ready for some nice flipping of my fried eggs. And then I'll use some of that bacon grease that's right over there from breakfast for the eggs. Let's see if we can get a good medium rare today, husband. We are going to get a crust, hopefully, using some butter. Gonna try doing a little bit of like a based action. So we'll see. And then what's so good about basting is you get to have a bunch of that butter flavor just seep into the steak. And then as it's doing this whole method or motion, the bottom part will be getting a good crust, hopefully, since butter cooks at its water burn temp is a little bit lower. So you get a crust developed a little sooner. That looks beautiful, husband. This is why he should be the one cooking the steaks. Let me know down below. Should we have my husband featured on the channel more? Alright, the eggs ended up taking a little bit longer. So we are just hoping the steak turned out well, or perfectly medium rare, I should say. So let's see, let's cut inside. Time got away from us. They took a little longer, so let's see. Oh, beautiful. The lighting might not be the best for you, but that's beautiful. That is a nice medium rare. Thank you, husband. We're gonna cut into this and enjoy our dinner together. Before I forget, we're also going to cut these up into like fairly thick slices and pieces. And then I reserved that yummy butter sauce because can't waste butter in this household. So we are going to go ahead and put these out and then just drizzle that buttery sauce right over it. Now we can get going on our food. I am so sorry. I totally forgot about a taste test. I was just not thinking about it anymore because at that point I was like, okay, everything's cooling off. I don't like cold steak, like, you know, medium cold steak. Love cold steak and I love hot steak, but the temperature was falling or dropping. And so I was like, okay, we need to eat ASAP. So we just rushed right into it. And we got to eat that lovely steak and eggs. And then, I don't know why I'm holding it with the hand. There we go. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you've been liking this content, don't forget to subscribe down below. I would greatly appreciate it. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.